laughing your ass off at my team.
There's also...
shut up. He's a lock. He's in your team, he's a lock.
Yeah.
He's a lock. What?
You don't even have the box. Did you not learn your lesson last year? You also got Fife saying that he's going to become a full-time midfielder. Nice hair, by the way. And
I think it's weird.
played 3 games. Now, we said that last year. You know why? He's a year younger. He's a year older. He broke down last year. After how many games? They're always huge.
They're always huge. Have you seen him though?
Say it like that. You got to read at F2. My read is at F5. There's a stark difference in our forward line. A huge difference in our forward line. My forward line will smash your forward line spacing.
So you're...
And welcome back to SuperCoach Masters. I'm Jordys alongside Mattys Team.
Champ, I am Mattys Team, now crowned again the champion of round 19. Champ, and this is Jordys, everybody. Everyone knows Jordys. Jordys, how you been?
Good. Now, if you haven't heard so far, Tom de Koning is out for the year, the home and away season. Pretty low stocks if you got no trays left now. Tom de Koning
there's a lot of
gone
place.
for the year, punctured lung and a fractured foot.
Champ, what else have we heard? How's Luke Jackson?
Luke Jackson is good to go. Apparently, he just got a corky
in the calf.
and he's all guns ablazing.
Champ, what did you hear about Rose?
Rose's got a hip concern, but he should be all good to play.
So they rested him up in the last quarter because they knew they had the game won, according to Hinckley.
I thought it was a pretty close game. I didn't.
That's what I thought too, but I don't know. Maybe he's just. But again, what we don't want is Rose coming back on the field like he had his last injury.
That's exactly
and he gets
what
50s
they don't
and
want.
60s and then gets out for another 2 weeks and comes back.
So do you reckon that's playing on Ken Hickley's mind a little bit? Rosie, we brought him back in.
They got Carlton, so they'll want to use
They
him.
probably want to win that one, but they did bring him back pretty early. That last time he got injured, and then he played for like a quarter, went off.
Games,
then
missed.
So I'm imagining he will play.
Champ, have we heard about Yo's general soreness?
General soreness, there's no word about that. I think Yo's father's funeral's today, so I don't think that we'll be getting any news on Yo, and I'm sure he'll be back after that. Maybe it's a bit of, he's an old person, so
he didn't want to go all the way to the MCG to get smashed by
Cick
and then go all the way back home to bury his dad. So that's fine. Yo, rest it up, and we'll see you next week and hopefully get a nice 110s. Jordy, have we heard about Kruger?
Kruger's out with concussion for a week.
That's really sad. Champ, have we heard about Dawson?
Dawson is out with concussion.
Now, everyone that thought that Codwell was out for concussion actually passed the test, and the reason why he got subbed off was because the 20-minute concussion test was in the last quarter, so they thought, let's just get some fresh legs on. But Codwell should be ready to play because he passed the test. Champ, is that true?
He did pass the test. There was another concern they're looking into with him, but I think he should be fine to play anyway.
Champ, there you go. You got a Monday morning, you got a Monday night injury report that comes out on Wednesdays normally.
Exactly, and by the time the video comes out, it'll be Tuesday.
So I was gonna. We'll get it done today.
Anyone else we're missing, Matty, on the top of our head? I think
on the top of our head,
McGovern.
Champ.
I think he couldn't potentially miss another week, but he could also come back this week. It is the Freo Derby, so if they want to bring him back to, beat Freo.
Champ, there's a couple of others. What about Walsh?
Walsh, I mean, he pulled up after the game pretty sore, so he's still one we're looking at. So Walsh could be missing.
And it's a 5-day turnaround too, because they play Friday night against Port Adelaide, which is a huge game.
So I think that a lot of players that might be in doubt, Matt Zeebs, they might want to get them back nice and early.
Yes, they do.
They might want to get them back because they got a big game.
Champ, Gorn is a shoo-in to be in this
From
week.
what I've heard, Matt Zeebs, he's back in.
Interesting. Champ, Zach Fisher, what happened to him? Why was he subbed out? Was he injured?
I'm thinking he's just shit.
He got a bad case of shitnitis?
Bad case of shitnitis, Matt Zeebs.
Champ, that's great.
I'm so glad we waited for him to come back. Everyone has Zach Fisher, so that's a...
waited 2 long weeks for a nice 30, Champ. That's what we do.
So you're pretty happy. You're coming off a big 2-4. What's that one, Matty?
2-4-1-4 from Zeebs versus Jordy's measly 2-3-2-7.
I'm very happy with how I scored.
It's a very good score.
I mean, I had Kruger subbed off and Zach Fisher subbed off and Dawson, Luke Jackson. So I didn't have many good players, to be honest, this round, but I'm happy I nailed the captain pick with Sarongi.
Yeah, I can't believe I had Yo out. I still have Took Miller out. I had a Sexton.
Shame you're going to have Took Miller out for a long time.
I had my Rose subbed out. He could have got 140. I had Jackson also subbed out as well. But, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Who was subbed off in the first quarter for you?
Nobody.
There we go. Now, let's get into the coffee shouts because... these guys are supporting us. It's like 5 episodes left for the rest of the year, and this is where everyone drops off. But we still got some absolute mad dogs supporting the podcast, and one of them is the king himself, Matty.
Mr. Wahoo.
Mr. Wahooby. He's got a quick, short message, and he doesn't F around much.
Just keeping it warm for you.
Thank you,
Herbie.
Butters, for being a beautiful human being. Love heart, love heart.
Is that a sarcasm?
No, he's pretty happy. He doesn't have Butters. His head-to-head matchup had Butters captain. And then he was to Sarong and Young versus Sherry and 90 points. And the Freo boys pulled out the goods for Wahab. So he's a happy league winner, Wahab. And the number one of the thing. But I'm only thinking, if Wahab wins this year's Brownlow, and if we're 5 years in and he wins his 5th Brownlow medal, I want to change Supercoach Masters to Supercoach Wahabis.
You reckon, huh?
I reckon if he wins, no jokes, I will change it to Supercoach Wahabs.
Jab, you will be not having me on the podcast after Wahabs.
Jab, you're going to be a Supercoach Wahabi.
Jab, no.
Don't
Champ, Wahab, keep up, you support me.
Don't care, Wahab, it's going to happen if you win 5.
Yeah.
Now,
if
Jockey Boy.
5.
Who knows? He's on his way.
Or we should just call this the Wahab medal instead of
the Wahab medal and Supercoach Wahabis.
We can name them the Supercoach Wahabis. All right.
Now, the Jockey Boy has shouted a coffee.
Oh, he was upset, wasn't he?
Was he? I played Docky in the Cash League and I just beat him because he didn't have Sneaky Schneasel.
I don't know. So, Docky, what are you doing? You don't have Sheasel, you don't have Sinclair, you're still running with Max. I don't know, but I know he's got a lot of trades. He's going to come in.
Should. He's got a good team. Docky Boy, you got a good team.
Thanks to Jamie.
As it's nearing the end of the regular season, which player would be your player of the season? We'll start with that one.
Ooh.
Your player of the season.
Player of the season has to be Heaney.
Yeah, I didn't say Heaney the early days, so I think maybe Sarong, because I had him pretty early when he was scoring really big.
I had Sarong too. I think Heaney's definitely the player of the season.
And I think a lot of people traded Sarong once some of the big numbers have faded out, so I'm really happy I got on him early.
Yeah.
And he said, who's your rookie of the season?
The rookie of the season would have to be Champ David Swallow after that 118.
I'm so glad.
How'd you go for 118 and get Swallow?
It's 116, Matty.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I think it's 118. But anyway.
Do you want to make a bet?
We can.
I don't know what he scored off the top of my head, but
I'm pretty sure he got 118.
Let's have a look, Matt says. Guys, bear with us while we check what David Swallow scored. This little bit of Matty's
Is he still in your team, Champ, or what? What's happening?
You know that I traded him out.
Whoa, but he just got 118, Champ. You got rid of him at his best.
Yeah.
Who'd you trade out for him?
I think Hogan.
Oh, not Philip?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't really matter. Good old Swallow. Got 116, Champ, you're right. Congratulations. I didn't make a bet.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad we waited for that. But yes, it's good to see that my picks are just coming into fruition. I'm not trading them in or out at the right time, but I know that I'm picking them good. So good David Swallow got a nice midfield role.
He should get subbed off next week, I think.
I think his midfield role looks good. I mean, because Took Miller's out. And who would have thought that he would be the one to replace Took Miller in the midfield? Crazy. But good M6
He's an M5 if you still got Fisher in your team.
No, he looked alright.
If you still got Fisher in your team, he's definitely an M5.
Alright, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, Docky Boy, rookie of the year.
What do you think?
David Swallow. David Swallow. I think Jeremy Sharp's the rookie of the year. Not my rookie of the year.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, Jeremy
I'd be boring and say to Wilson because he was the best rookie.
No, Roberts was pretty good. He made us a lot of cash.
Yeah, he did.
Wilson was at about 400,000, so that was pretty good when you got rid of him then. Sharp would pretty much hit that target too, 400 plus.
Sharp went ballistic.
Well, that Reed is kind of...
Harley Reid went good. He made over 250
in the short amount of time. But the best rookie to keep on playing that's still getting games is clearly Sharp's played the full season.
Or McKercher
has been in and out of the team.
Yeah, but he's like a primo.
Oh, he's a primo right now.
So there are a couple of good ones there, Docky Boy. And you got one more. Biggest bust of the season. I got plenty, but you want to go for yours first?
Champ, my biggest bust.
Well, I got so many busts, Docky Boy. I'm going to say Luke Ryan, because I traded him as soon as the coach, as soon as I traded him in, that week he played, the coach said everyone's pumping up their stats, and then he has not got over 120 once, and I put Tom Stewart into Luke Ryan, and I spent $222,000 to do that. So that is my absolute bust of the year, and that no one could top that.
No one could top that one. I would probably say Took Miller, because obviously Took Miller, when you got him, he got a couple of hundreds here and there, got some 70s here and there, now he's out for 5 weeks, 6 weeks. So
it's a good bust. It's not. I think it's not the worst bust.
It's pretty. Well,
pretty busty.
Especially because Tom Stewart's been getting 100s plus the last month, and that's
when you piece of shit, isn't
when
he?
you got rid of him, he's been averaging way more than Ryan, and you spent $200,000 a lot more.
I would still never get it. Never get him. Hate him. Now, Nick SDKA, boy, 5 coffees, Nicky boy. This time of year, you beauty. He goes, out of trades and out of hope.
That's all. It's sitting right here, champ. Welcome to SuperCoach Masters.
Welcome to SuperCoach Mojave's. How do we cope with leaving Merritt as captain, doing sweet FA? Love the beanie, by the way. Highly recommend. Now, Nick.
Oh, Nick.
I don't know what you look like, but you're obviously a man who knows fashion.
And style.
And style. So thanks heaps, Nicky boy. And if you haven't, get yourself a damn beanie. The winter is still fucking freezing. Matt's heaps.
Yes, champ.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh,
Sexy.
that's stitching.
Wow, that's stitching on the word
SuperCoach Wahhabi.
Wahhabi.
Maybe you should do Wahhabis right there.
5 rounders.
5 rounders and you get
Now,
it.
Matty, the SuperCoach Facebook group, SuperCoach Masters, we need anyone who wants to help out and join the admin team, start poaching some SuperCoach scores, because sometimes I can't do it all. I mean, I'm on the Twitter getting all the news, but the scores. Anyone wants to help, give us a message. Even more if you're on the Cick Sunt Hall of Fame. Would love to have you on board. That's it.
What? What? Let's get to our Facebook questions, Joe.
Do you want to do the questions, or do you want me to do the questions?
Yeah, you can do the questions, champ. I don't really want to be reading. We've been working all day. You've been doing fuck out.
You didn't know what the fuck I've been doing, champ. I've been doing all these beautiful, shiny graphics. Now,
Fair enough.
ooh, this guy just got his comment in.
All right, let's go. Let's read them out.
All right, Adam's like, 1 trade left. Trade Fisher out or wait and see in case of injuries elsewhere.
Champ, you would, if you got 1 trade left too, same question goes.
If he's playing a full game, I'm keeping this absolute piece of shit.
Yeah.
But if he's obviously not, then you can get rid of him. Hopefully you got some cash left in the bank because there's not many good people around that price.
Do you have cover? That's another question too, because, you know, obviously 1 trade can go a long way, especially.
Remember last week we said, oh yeah, you can get no injuries in 6 weeks. There's like about 50 injuries.
There's so many.
Who knows what this weekend's.
40 trades is not enough this year, guys.
We need 50.
You need 50.
Brendan, not a question, but I don't read these questions before. Not a question, but I think you guys could suss out some info on Jackson Caldwell would be
just
lovely.
said it all.
Come on, mate.
Just said it all, mate.
Come on, Brendan. All right. And Brucey wants to know, why does it hurt so much?
It hurts so much, Brucey, because you just, I don't know, why does it hurt so much, Shane?
I think you got to use some lube, Brucey.
Yeah, that's another one, Brucey.
Tony Gama. Fried or steamed dimmies, Matty, while watching the footy?
It just depends, you know. If it's going to be like an afternoon, then you can go for some steamed, you know. So it depends on the time of the day. For me,
Really?
I think if you have fish and chips on a Friday night, you got to go for the fried. But if you're having a lunch, you know, just mucking around, and
I think it's steamed for me, Matt.
I like them both. But like, I think it's the time of the day that suits.
I think because dim sims, that's so like, I feel disgusting. I don't know what the fuck I'm eating. So just to minimise a bit of the health,
shitness,
the shitness, I'm just maybe get it steamed instead of fried.
Steam go well on a lunchtime. I think the fried ones with the
Just
fish
soak
and
in the
chips.
soy. Like, that's a good one, Tony. And then Lyndon is like, he says, like, the cash flow trade dilemma. I've given up on overall and playing for league. I have Will Graham, who keeps losing cash because of his high break even and being a sub. I only got 3 trades left. Keep or trade? Trade him. If you've got a full team and he's on the bench, why do you need to? But if you're using him on the field, yeah, definitely trade him, Lindo. Don't worry about overall. That's for sure. It's all gone for a lot of us. Nathan says Sinclair all games at Marvel and scores well there, or Schneasel with the fixture run and has only gone 100 3 times all year.
You not have either or and be, you know, competitive. But
Sneeze or Sink.
Chat, they're both great. Like, they're both top 6 defenders. You can't really go wrong in either.
You can only choose one, champ. I'm sure Nathan is struggling with trades like all of us.
Go for Sheasel.
I'll go for Schneasel too.
The run's
Sinclair,
better.
look, you know, also
The run's better.
Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now Joseph's like, got Jackson, Flanders, Heaney, Zorko, and Cordwell. So the ones that you
all
want.
All the boys.
Now, there's a magical question on everyone's mind. Worth going for an unpredictable key forward or just looping Dowling and Manor at F6?
Jam, I think right now, like, I'm going to apologise. Dowling at F6.
It's a masterstroke.
Dowling at F6, champ, is just as good as Dowling at F4 when you've got Kucky Kurnos and Fishers and Krugers and all these duds that you like. He's actually pulling some good numbers, champ. So I'll stick with the Manor and
You got Manor and Dowling. That's like...
leave it at
We're
that.
so close to trading in Manor last week and ended up getting Philippou. So
Yeah, I wouldn't go for a key forward. Key forward's a hit and miss all the time. You just don't know. Because
Manor is looking good for his...
he's looking great, yeah. And he's doing more of a tagging role too, because I think he was tagging...
He loves the tackle.
He was tagging Bont. And he was tackling Bont a lot.
Speaking of tackles, you know Kanan Brown...
I saw he got 24
tackles. Do you know how much fantasy points he got?
170-something.
You're on the ball, Matt Seeves. Looking at your Kanan Browns.
Champ.
Now, Nicky boys. My mate Connor and I started playing a drinking game. Whenever you boys say champ, you have to take a swig of your beer. Beers have never emptied so quick, champ. Over or under 6, how many beers are we going to go through today?
I do not think we do an average of 6. I think we're literally over 9 champs a season. And I don't know, champs, more eating. That wasn't even on purpose. But maybe you should do the champ count.
Ding, and the little timer.
Yeah, but it's a lot more editing and Jordy can't be fucked, but that's Jordy.
That's 100% right, Nicky boy.
We're not doing that.
Just hope you get drunk.
Just count them.
It's a good way to play a game. Vincenzo Vincent, he says, when does 2025 SuperCoach start?
For the SuperCoach Gold subscribers, that starts in just before Jordy's birthday. No, in Christmas. Just before Christmas and Jordy's birthday on the
What a present.
What a present.
Now, Grady. Sorry, grades. Who's the best replacement for Fisher outside of the top 5 forwards?
Chan, we just mentioned that.
If you have cash.
Probably Dowling and Manor.
If you have cash, Rankin's only 2 weeks away.
If you're not going to get him right now. You're not going to keep Fisher for that long if he wants to get rid of him this week.
Yeah, that's true, mate. That's true.
Probably Dylan Moore.
Dylan Moore's a good one. Yeah. Dylan Moore's probably the one you need.
Last year, we would never say anything like that, Chan.
Oh, as I said, every year, Dylan Moore's good for 90 to 95 average. And he looks like he's what he's going for this year.
A 90 to 95 average is definitely like an F4 right now.
And
as a full pre-month.
Now, I was looking at next year, Mattys, and we love talking about next year, especially when you're out of trades. Now, I'm looking at the forward line. I'm pretty sure there's going to be no Flanders.
Oh, no.
There's going to be no Heaney.
Oh, no.
We're going to get more of this. There's probably going to be no Caldwell if he keeps on playing midfield for the rest of the year.
I don't think he will, yeah.
So, we're going to be in the same situation.
Champ, I don't think
there won't be Fisher, not that you would want
there's not going to be a Zorko in the forward line either, Champ.
Yeah.
And Luke Jackson probably is the only one.
And
probably you just got to load up with ruck forwards. Like, that's the key, because we're not getting any superstar forward line players.
I had a geese, Matty, and it is dire.
It is very dire. So who's going to be on top? Harry Mackay and Kuno?
Dylan Moore,
Jesus.
Dylan Moore. I remember when we used to have real forwards in the forward line, anyone, like there was Boomer Harvey.
Even the
Didax
and Pavlich's, even Pavlich was good.
Pavlich was good. I haven't had a good SuperCoach scorer since Buddy Franklin, Pavlich Rewa. So
so goddamn good at those days.
And now look at our forward lines. This is not something that when you have kids, you tell them about your forward line SuperCoach of 2024.
Like as we said, if I read out your forward line right now at the start of the year, you'll be like, what the hell am I doing?
So I'm telling you right now, if you thought this year was hard to pick a forward line, next year is going to be worse. So with that being said, Mattys, let's get into the most traded in and out players, because apparently some people still have trades.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable, really. I don't understand how we have more trades, but our team is worse.
That's what I said last week, champ. How this time last year, our team was way more better.
You know what? I figured it out, Matty. All you have to do is just not trade. Just don't have a trade.
But I think
your team will be better.
So everyone's getting everyone trading out. Zach Fisher, he's on top of the board with 8% of people trading him out. That's pretty funny.
Absolutely funny, yes.
Champ Matt Rowell, he has been the biggest. He's 420. He's like people.
He's so cheap.
People bought him in at 6'6". So if anyone was going to have a big bust from Docky's question, bringing in Rowell at 6'6" when he was that is probably the biggest bust, I think. Oliver was also being a bit of a bust too, but we didn't get. He has been a bust,
but at least we picked him up for cheap.
Champ, I did not know Dawson is 4'7'3". Wow.
I think a lot of players are getting really cheap.
Jesus Christ. Jordan Dawson, 4'7'3". Tom DeConing obviously is out for the year, a lot of people. So why would people get rid of Jock? Obviously because Jordan Dawson's out. Why would people getting rid of Dowling? Probably because he's made his money.
I don't know why people get rid of Dowling. But look at that. Dylan Moore's number 1 on the list from me, Matt Zeebs. Kynan Brown, everyone thinks he's going to get the big call-up.
Yeah.
Sarongi and Trulorska. He's looking good. Dane Zorks, Cordwell, Keys, all these boys. Keys, another interesting one. Matty,
what a superstar.
How does he do it? Playing forward line.
Kicks 5 goals every week, champ. That's what he does.
5 beauty pies. All right, Matt Zeebs. Are we talking about our shit teams already?
I think we are, champ. And champ, I think I'm going to go your shit team first because I just can't hold my tongue any longer.
Our teams look exactly the same as they did last week, but let's go through why.
Okay, champ. All right, here we go. Let's bring up Jordys shit team, champ.
Thanks, champ.
That's how we go.
That was about 4 champs right there.
champ. All right, so let's start at the back line, champ. Nick Martin was on about a 60 at halftime. What happened?
He got 30 points for the rest of the game.
I understand that because he finished with a 90, but champ, what happened?
He was tagged.
He was tagged at the start of the game where he was actually dominating, and then he wasn't tagged, and then he became shit. Is that
They still tagged him. They tagged him for the whole game.
Stopped. They didn't. They stopped tagging. They stopped tagging Martin after the first quarter.
So they tagged him to start the game, and he destroyed it, and then they took the tag off him.
Yes,
that makes no sense.
I don't think it was about the tag per se. It was the tagger that was the shit.
Sometimes you really make me.
Champ, it's the fact. Look, like that Murray did not tag him afterwards.
All right, buddy.
All right, okay, buddy. All right, buddy. Champ Butters. Is Butters carrying an injury?
He got 28 touches. He just wasn't effective.
But they're talking about there was things on Reddit that he's carrying an injury. Is it true?
On Reddit?
Oh, some other fucking forum. I don't know.
You believe you shit you read on forums. I'll read the official stuff.
All right, Champ. Sarong being captain, Champ, was that a master stroke or what?
Oh, he was my high scorer, so absolutely it was a master stroke. You just got to know, okay? So I was originally going to go Merritt into Butters, but then I saw that they were going to tag Merritt with Zach Taylor, so I put it off and put the vice captain on Butters. Obviously, he played like shit, so the next best choice was Sarong because his record at Perth is really, really good. And I know he's been struggling.
All right, shut up now. I saw Gordon on like 120. What happened?
I don't know. I didn't watch that last quarter.
He must have done something, and he finished on 108. I was pretty happy, smiling, because he was literally on 121 when I saw him, and then he went down about 13 points. So
I don't know. I think the game must have been up for grabs. He must have not touched him at Steve. So.
Or he must have kicked the clanger or something. Champ, that Oliver, what's going on?
That's Oliver.
Champ, what are you going to do in the midfield, Champ? Are you just going to play Dowling?
Just loop Dowling and Oliver. You already know this.
Dowling for Oliver. He said, well, Champ, I'll tell us some good news. Josh Sin had a nice return back to the VFL, got 14 touches and a goal. Could get a call up.
14 touches?
Could get a... Champ, and Bytel absolutely dominated VFL. However, Carlton beat Collingwood's VFL town.
I don't want these boys to come back.
by 86 points.
I don't want these boys to come back. But Collingwood did get smashed as well, so
yeah.
I reckon there's room for people to come into
the
team.
Even the VFL team got smashed by 86.
I know, but like... McRae
better the devil,
has to make a statement. So
definitely now, Champ Kruger. That's look. You said it before, Champ. Did one of your boys get subbed off in the second quarter? Champ Kruger. It sounds more important than it is, but Kruger being subbed off in the second quarter.
I mean, he was on 24. He would have got to at least a 60 or a 70.
Yeah.
And Matty, I could just use my trade on Gorn to get Sherry just like you, and it would have been 130 points.
First of all, you can't afford it.
I would have if I'd done it the exact same time you did it.
But you didn't.
I know, because I'm saving my trade.
You had cover. You had cover and someone else was playing.
Kruger.
Philippou was playing that game when you didn't.
Yes, but so was Kruger, and he's the replacement.
But you didn't need to play Kruger then. You had
I
Jackson.
did need to play Kruger.
Not when you got...
I played Kruger last week.
When you got in Philippou...
I needed to play Kruger. He was on the field last week.
When did Philippou get injured?
Last week.
Okay. Oh, that's because you had to swap Heaney and Dowling and you had to play Kruger.
Champ,
I just don't know this shit team forward line. Champ, Zach Fisher, 38.
Yeah, we already spoke about Fisher, Champ. What else do you want to say?
Oh, Champ, Zach Fisher. That's all. So here's your F5. That's pretty cool. Hogan actually did 115, Champ. Is he going to kick 5 goals every week?
He only kicked 4 goals.
4 goals and he got that much. Who's he got this week?
Who does GWS have? Doesn't matter. They will smash him.
Champ, you reckon he'll get another 100?
I think they got the Dogs. I could be wrong. I think I am wrong.
So, Champ, are you going to get are you going to get a 0?
If who's playing?
Max Gawn. Obviously, Dawson's out. Kruger's out.
So Dawson's out. Dowling's in for Dorso.
Okay, if Fisher gets dropped.
If Fisher gets dropped,
you'll have a 0.
Yes, and I'll trade Fisher out.
You'll trade Champ. Who are you going to get for Fisher? You don't have enough money for anyone good. Who would you get?
Oh, anyone.
Champ, you can't say anyone.
Currrent.
You'll get Currrent for Fisher. Wow. Heard it here first, guys. Jordy is going to get rid of Fisher. So you've traded him in. Started him, traded him out, traded him in. Going to trade him out for a nice hefty Currrent.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that will last. So you've got 3 tall forwards in your forward line. You got Jackson, Hogan, and Curno. Join us forward line, everybody.
Got to kick some goals somehow.
The SuperCoach don't win common medals, Champ, but you keep at it. Your back line is safe, Champ. Shotmaker's got dropped. Do you? Yeah, okay. So nice injury in the back line will be handy.
Champ, one more injury and you're fucked as well.
Champ, we're all fucked.
Let's get into Mattys.
Okay, I'm not finished.
Oh, yeah, boy. You just said it.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Mattys, shit, fucking team.
What a master. Oh, look, tell me all
every
about-
week you check the injury list. Took Miller, see if he's back. Or
Nah, champ, I don't even need
giving up
Miller.
hope. Good. All right, now let's see. Let's go on that back line. Sexton! Matty, Alex, Sexton back in the team. You must have been pretty happy with that 60. Do you think he did enough to hold this far?
I do not. And that's fine because I hope Elliot Yo's soreness comes back in.
Amazing.
And I can throw Sexton back in the forward line.
Now, Humphrey's getting you a rookie score, which, might say overdue 61. Are you happy with the 61 with Humphreys, considering that you got
considering Sexton and Humphreys are my backups, and they came on.
Who's Humphreys a backup for?
Took Miller.
So he's pretty much a permanent M8 on your field.
Best believe.
Very solid. All right, so if Walsh is out, what are we doing?
Champ, I think Hugo Garcia might get a full game.
Do you think Hugo done enough in his appearance to get a game or a non-sub game?
Oh, they lost. So, I mean, mate, they didn't lose. Did they lose? No, they didn't.
St Kilda beat West Coast.
Was there any injuries?
Yes, I think the person he came on for, it was Dougal Howard. Someone stupid.
There we go, champ. Hugo Garcia getting a full game next week. Let's put him on emergency.
Very nice, Matty. Now, I see you got Sam Day on the field. Is that wishful thinking, or are you trying to loop Will Dawson?
No, I was looping, seeing what Dowling got, because if he did shit, I would have subbed Sexton into the forward line and put him on the field, and then I would have put Humphreys into the back line. And then for Yo, and then I would have played Hugo Garcia. But it worked out all right, champ.
Sounds like it.
Now,
Sherry was on like a heap of points. Then DeConey just destroyed him in the second half. 109. Not too bad. Are you happy with that?
I am. I'm
very good. Me too.
Champ 109. That's all.
Matty, you said the same thing about Goulden. Was that 120?
What was Sherry on?
Sherry, I think he was on like 80 at halftime.
Was he? 72.
He was blistering.
He was 72.
And if I said Sherry gets 30 points in a half against Tom DeConey, would you be happy with that?
No, definitely.
No, you wouldn't have. All right, Matty. That's Matty's team. Ready? Tip it out. We'll check it out next week, and it'll look exactly the same. So let's
go exactly the same.
Now let's look at captains, Matty, because this time you might want to shut up and listen to Jaws, so you can pick a good captain this week.
I did. I got Bond.
Champ, is Bond better than Sarong? He wasn't. Now
this week. But I think next week.
All right, Matty. Shut up already, buddy.
All right, champ.
Now, number one vice captain option, I think everyone is Lachie Neale against the Suns. Now, Lachie Neale got held really, really accountable. No votes. But he's going to want to fire against the Q clash. Against the Suns, no taggers. He has to go ballistic. He's going to go ballistic. I reckon Lachie Neale's got to be the one. Mm-hmm. Matty, any qualms with that one?
Probably not.
Anna Dunkley, even much so. Now, Matty, another one that a lot of people have is Sarong, West Coast. I know I've told you about Sarong's record at Optus Stadium. He could be a handy option. However, the thing I don't like about Sarong as a VC is his ceiling isn't that high. I don't think. I mean, he had 140 and 170 earlier in the years, but it's been pretty low, 140 this week. But I'd rather have Sarong as a captain than a vice captain.
Would you rather have Sarong as a captain as vice captain?
Because a captain's safe. Because I can get 120 as captain and be fine, but Sarong's ceiling isn't like the Bonds,
Right.
And obviously the Bond versus Sydney, who held Neale very, very well. So would you be looking at the Bond again?
I don't think the Bond, especially in the SCG with some smaller ground, Bond loves his space and loves to move around. Champ, the one that you're obviously missing is Dacos' captaincy, vice captaincy done. He's playing Richmond this week. It's at the G.
I don't think it's done.
It's a big, big game for Collingwood for any hopes of finals, even though they're slim. It's a must-win. Dacos is a hungry, sexy player.
Well, they done well against Butters. I think it was like Seth Campbell, someone stupid that went red with Butters the whole game. Look, it's a good matchup for Dacos. The Pies should win. $1.25 favourites.
Because, see, to me right now, I'm thinking... I know it just went against what you said, but I'm thinking more of a Sarong vice and a Dacos captain against Richmond.
Dacos captain, are you? See, it's really tough because Sydney's a hard matchups of inside midfielders, and Bond could suffer the same fate that Lachie Neale did. And you've got to see on him, you'd be pretty nervous, especially if it's at the SCG. So it is at the SCG, and Dacos again, you wouldn't be putting the C on him here. I think these two games are perfect for VCs, but you've got no one to see on it. So if you want, I think Sarong vice captain is probably not the worst move. Are we not looking at Merritt because of his recent form and because St Kilda have been known to tag, even though they didn't really tag anyone the last game, but that was West Coast?
I think Merritt loves more of it's a Marvel Stadium game again. I I don't know. I think Merritt's let us down the last couple of weeks, not been in the best form. But again, hence why I'm saying Dacos hasn't been in the best form either. Obviously, Sarong came off a great win, and they've got West Coast at West Coast. And Sarong does love a sunny day.
Is it a sunny day on Saturday night?
Of course it is. It's West Coast. It's Perth. But
8:10
okay, just to avoid everyone else, I wouldn't think Butters because you got the Chinchota tag. The Geelong, look, Sheasel. What about a Sherry, champ? A Sherry vice captain against...
I would definitely consider Sherry against their no ruckman.
We saw what the Bulldogs did. We saw what Tim English did to Geelong's ruckman. He got 139 and English has been playing out of form a little bit too. Sherry would be a good option, but not many people own him.
If you do own Sherry, I think he's a great vice captain option.
I think he could be too. As a big point of difference, champ. Max Gawn coming back against Briggs.
Well, no, we're not touching Gawn coming off an injury. However, you mentioned it quickly, but Sheasel. Now, he's been in some ripping form, and I don't think the Cats are too strong. It's Bloodstone Arena. I think Sheasel could be in for a good one.
No, it's a windy day. It's a windy, cold day.
Someone's got to score the points. It's got to be the clean players.
It's got to be that. No, I think the ones that are going to score the points are going to be the contested. LDUs will get some... Actually, Sherry will get some contested touches too there, and tackles because of the wind.
All right, so let's make it simple. Lockie Neal, vice captain, Sarong captain. If you don't have Lockie Neal or Sarong, you got to look at maybe a day. Would you do Dacos vice captain if you didn't have Sherry? Would you do Dacos vice captain into a captain Bont?
No,
because you don't like the Bont captain at all.
I don't like the Bont captain against Sydney in Sydney.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
but it is the Bont.
It is the Bont.
All right. Well, I think
so. My choices are probably Sherry vice, Sarong vice with a Dacos captain. Hopefully, one of those two will go berserk. Jordy, what's your top?
I'm thinking right now. I'd rather not do Sarong vice, but maybe Sarong vice, Dacos captain or Bont captain. I think I'm still going to back the Bont in because I know he can get a 200 when he's feeling in the mood.
Oh yeah, he can.
And I think he might be feeling in the mood.
We'll need to be feeling. They've been playing pretty dangerous football. The Dogs.
I wouldn't discount Zach Merritt either because I think Merritt, he's still been getting good touches. 30 touches and a goal has been pretty good, but obviously he was off for 7 or 8 minutes in that last bit of play. And Merritt last time he played St Kilda this year was 131 SuperCoach points.
And best two games that are around here. I think he's the Carlton Port Adelaide. Who do you think is going to win that one without De Koning?
Is it down here?
Yeah.
I think the Blues should win. I don't know. I just haven't been really impressed with Port's form.
But the Blues lost the last 2 out of 3. They only beat North Melbourne, and they lost to the Bulldogs and someone else. Forget who. But Sydney Bulldogs. I think the Doggies.
Up there at the SCG, I'm not backing. I'm not going against Sydney.
Well, they're my 2 games of the rounds, I think.
Well, Bont, right, last time he played Sydney this year was round 11, so it wasn't that long ago. He scored 135, and last year he got 131. So Bont's done pretty good. And
that was here at the G, though, not there at the
last
SCG.
year when he got 130, plus he was at the SCG. So
very interesting, champ. Anything else you want to talk about?
I think that's it, Matty. We're just going to have to bag each other and hope each other's players get injured for the entire year because nothing else is going to change, Matt Steves.
Except injuries.
Except injuries, indeed. Now, good luck with your team, guys. And again, if you want to be a part of the SuperCoach Facebook admin team, give us a message.
Sure.
And where do we find us? Matty, where do you find us?
Shut up. I'm out of here.
Shut up, you sticky idiot.
Schnitzels, champ.
Schnitzels?
Sorry, it's not a mark. It's for you, Wahab. Waiting for you. Unless he just got something to say about it. Everybody!